What if we told you that ancient Egypt's greatest architectural marvel wasn't the pyramids, but a massive underground labyrinth that could dwarf them all? Greek historians swore it existed. Modern satellite imaging suggests they might have been right. But for over 2,000 years, this legendary maze has remained hidden beneath the desert sands. We're past hidden history, and today we're diving into one of archaeology's most tantalizing mysteries. When the Greek historian Herodotus visited Egypt around 450 BCE, he saw something that broke his brain. A labyrinth so massive it made the Great Pyramid look like a child's toy. Get this, 3,000 rooms. 3,000, spread across two levels with half of them buried underground. To put that in perspective, that's larger than the Pentagon, the world's biggest office building. But here's what makes Herodotus's account absolutely mind-blowing. This guy had seen everything. He'd traveled to Babylon, witnessed the Hanging Gardens, explored the known world's greatest wonders. Yet when he tried to describe this Egyptian labyrinth, he literally ran out of words. He wrote that it surpasses even the pyramids, and admitted he couldn't adequately capture its scale. Think about that. A man who made his living describing the impossible was telling his readers, "You have to see this to believe it." But here's where this gets absolutely insane. For over 2,000 years, this architectural marvel just vanished. Not destroyed by earthquakes or wars, not dismantled by conquerors, it simply disappeared as if the desert swallowed it whole. Modern archaeologists face a mystery that would make Sherlock Holmes quit his day job. The ancient sources are maddeningly vague about its exact location. Strabo said it was near Lake Moeris. Pliny described endless passages, but none of them bothered to draw a map. It's like they all assumed this wonder of the world would obviously still be there centuries later. Egypt's landscape has become a master of deception. The Nile has changed course multiple times. Ancient lakes have dried up or shifted, and 2 millennia of sandstorms have buried entire cities. Imagine trying to find a specific building in New York after someone moved all the streets, drained the rivers, and buried everything under 30 feet of sand. That's the challenge archaeologists face. But the real kicker? Some experts think the ancient writers might have been tourists who got lost in a regular Egyptian temple complex and mistook it for something supernatural. Imagine that embarrassment. Sorry, folks. Turns out the eighth wonder of the world was just a really confusing government building. But hold on. What if the skeptics are wrong? What if the Egyptians really did build something this outrageous? Let's connect some dots that will blow your mind. Meet Pharaoh Amenemhat III, who ruled around 1800 BCE during Egypt's Golden Age. This guy was the Elon Musk of ancient engineering. He completely redesigned the Fayum region's irrigation system, turning swampland into fertile farmland. His pyramid at Hawara sits exactly where ancient sources place the lost labyrinth. Coincidence? Not likely. Here's what's absolutely wild. The Egyptians were underground construction gods. The Valley of the Kings proves they could carve intricate networks of chambers through solid bedrock with nothing but copper tools and pure determination. They understood hydraulics so well they could make water flow uphill. They mastered ventilation systems that kept underground chambers perfectly aired for millennia. If anyone could build a 3,000-room underground complex, it was these people at the height of their civilization. But here's the theory that changes everything. What if this wasn't just a tomb or government building? What if it was ancient Egypt's version of the internet? Think about it. The Egyptians were obsessive record keepers. They documented everything from tax receipts to divine prophecies. Where would you store thousands of years of the world's most advanced civilization's knowledge? You'd need exactly what Herodotus described, a massive, organized, underground archive that could house the intellectual treasures of an empire. Now, prepare to have your mind completely blown. In 2008, a Belgian-Egyptian team pointed ground-penetrating radar at the sand near Hawara Pyramid. What they found shouldn't exist. Massive underground structures stretching for acres beneath the desert floor. We're talking a network of chambers, corridors, and rooms so extensive that it makes modern subway systems look simple. The radar patterns were too geometric, too organized to be anything natural. This wasn't random cave formation or ancient flood damage. This was deliberate construction on an absolutely staggering scale. But wait, it gets better. In 2013, satellite analysis revealed something that made archaeologists lose their collective minds. Rectangular anomalies buried in the sand, aligned in perfect grids, extending across an area the size of several city blocks. The electromagnetic signatures suggested stone construction deep underground. The patterns matched exactly what you'd expect from a massive architectural complex. Here's the part that will keep you awake at night. The scale of these buried features matches ancient descriptions perfectly. We're not talking about finding a few hidden rooms that got exaggerated over time. The modern technology is revealing a complex that could genuinely contain thousands of chambers, just like Herodotus claimed over 2,000 years ago. But here's the absolutely maddening part. Despite having smoking gun evidence of what could be archaeology's greatest discovery, we still can't dig it up. The Egyptian government, completely understandably, guards its archaeological sites like Fort Knox. Getting permits for major excavations takes years of bureaucratic navigation. The site sits near modern villages and active farmland, making large-scale digging incredibly complicated. It's like knowing exactly where buried treasure is located, but not being allowed to pick up a shovel. We're living in the most frustrating moment in archaeological history. We have technology that can see through solid rock and sand. We have evidence pointing to a discovery that would rewrite history books. We have ancient sources that have suddenly become credible again after 2,000 years of skepticism. But we're stuck, waiting for politics, permits, and logistics to catch up with science. Meanwhile, every sandstorm that hits the region potentially buries the evidence deeper. Every year that passes is another year this incredible secret stays locked beneath the desert. The truth is, we're standing at the threshold of potentially one of archaeology's greatest discoveries. The evidence is mounting that Herodotus and his fellow ancient historians weren't exaggerating. Beneath the sands of Egypt, a massive labyrinth may indeed be waiting. Whether it's a tomb complex, an administrative center, or something else entirely, its discovery could revolutionize our understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization. The technology exists to find it. The historical accounts point the way. All that's missing is the opportunity to look. Until then, Egypt's secret labyrinth remains exactly that, a secret. Hidden beneath the desert, holding its mysteries close, waiting for the day when modern archaeology finally catches up with ancient ambition. What do you think is really buried beneath those sands? A royal tomb, a massive library, or something even more extraordinary? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by ancient Egypt's hidden secrets like we are, make sure to check out our video on the mysterious chambers inside the Great Pyramid. Don't forget to subscribe to Past Hidden History and hit that notification bell because every week we're uncovering the mysteries that time forgot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.